today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's week.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here comes the Los Angeles offense and the man in charge of it in his second season with the team, 14th overall in what's been an impressive career, Matthew Stafford. First play from scrimmage, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Blitz coming and down he goes. Darrell Taylor able to record his 5th sack of the season. It looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Stafford. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Stafford. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Darrell Taylor, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. Throwing now is Gino. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. To the right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They run it with Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Smith eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 29, Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Stafford. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken in at the 3. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They run again with Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Stafford to his #1 guy Cup for a Los Angeles first.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he's got some space here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Ezekiel Elliott, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now it's Carson. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Here's Carson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
It's caught, block it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow, 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Stafford. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, you had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
Smith. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. The clock showing just one tick. This for the win. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Smith now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Smith now to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this. All the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on